What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm Kenya with BK Trading Academy, and in today's training, we're talking about the pound dollar and its surge recently and how we can combine fundamentals and technicals to find really strong setups in the market. And I'm going to give you a specific pair in general. These technical analysis videos combined with fundamentals is to help you be able to see the market more clearly in your own perspective. So I really hope that you gain value from it. If you are not a part of our daily live trading, this is something that we hold for our students. You can find out more information in the description of the video. Also, make sure you check out our Telegram because we drop so much great stuff there and announcements that are meant to inspire and help you along your way, whether if you're a student or not. So guys, let's go ahead and hop right in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Let's go. So recently, the British pound was a clear outperformer in the currency space. If you look at your charts right now and you look at GBP pairs, you will notice that GBP has seen significant growth within this past week since last Friday, Thursday or so. So we want to know what is going on, right? So before we were seeing a pound that was sinking, falling hard, and that was due to the UK government announcing significant tax cuts and hoping to boost spending to help them fight inflation right now. And that really spooked investors and they started selling off their investments. And so the Bank of England stepped in to help buy some of those UK bonds in order to help avert their financial risk. So that's why you're seeing a surge in the pound dollar right now. And I'm going to point that out in GBPNZD, for example. And you can also go to other pound pairs right now and you'll see pretty much they're all moving the same. So it's so important that we understand what's going on fundamentally in the market because, in my opinion, it does significantly help you in terms of combining the technical aspect of your trading to create more high probability outcomes. So let's go ahead and hop into GBPNZD. I'm going to do a top-down analysis and show you exactly how to trade this pair right now so that you can make significant gains. So one of the things that I like to do is always start out on the monthly time frame. Now, I am a scalper and I'm also a swing trader. So I like to get an overall feel for the market and what it's doing. So this is why we go out to the higher time frame. So let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly. So you can see here on the monthly. Now, one of the things I want to do is go back and just kind of look at what was going on with GBP NZD. For example, you can see back here in 2015, 2017, you can see how the market was declining. So look how the market was declining. And we actually had a chart pattern that you'll see very clearly here. So here is our impulse, for example, and then we got a correction, which also gave us pretty much a flag, right? So this is on the monthly. We're just kind of seeing what's going on, all right? So notice we never really got a break of that flag. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. So we never really got a break of that flag, but notice how for about a few years, we started to move sideways. So I'm just going to capture the price action just sideways like this so that we can see what's going on. So this would be our resistance here, and then we're going to go ahead and clone that and bring it down. And here is our support. So this is on the monthly time frame, right? So we didn't really get a break of that bearish flag on the monthly, but you can see that we were very bearish. So we've been moving sideways for a while. And now that we see this, we can kind of move down, but this gives us an idea of where GBPNZD has been holding monthly support and also monthly resistance. So keep in mind, this is an area. Don't go by the actual line. I actually like to use horizontal or I like to use something like this in order to capture the area, but this is just an area that we're looking at, okay? So now that I know this, I'm gonna go ahead and drill down to the weekly, for example, and I'm gonna look at the price action a little bit more clearly. So because we are moving quite sideways on the monthly, it just gives me an overall perspective or feel for what's happening in the market. So notice there's very strong support that I mapped out. Now we can see it a little bit more clearly on the weekly. So of course, if price were to come back and revisit this strong support area, we definitely will want to look for some type of opportunity potentially, okay? We could keep our eyes on that. Now that we're down on the weekly, we're going to go ahead and we can look at our levels also on the weekly a little bit more clearly. So I always like to find the swings on my chart. I know that this was kind of my monthly resistance area, and I can even bring this down a little bit because you can see that within this area that price has tested multiple times as resistance, and look where the price is possibly pushing up to. Now that's a couple hundred pips away. So right now, because the price has already surged so much to the upside, one area I do see it approaching is right here. This resistance here, it was also support as well. And so this is an area where I'm going to keep my eye on for this week going into the market and say, now that the price is deeply overbought, I think I could possibly have an opportunity right within this area. It was strong resistance multiple times. It was also strong support, and it was strong resistance. And let me go ahead and map that out for you. So we have resistance here, we have support, and look how much the price went up. We have resistance. We also have resistance. And now I'm watching this area to see, could we possibly form resistance again at this level and see some type of sell-off that will be attractive for sellers? So overall, looking at this, you can see that we are heavily bullish on the weekly, right? And let's continue to go ahead and drill down to the daily. Now, what I'm going to do right now is this is my weekly high, has been my weekly high multiple times. Now, you're probably thinking, we always look left for clues. One of the things that I do see is on the weekly, we now have a W pattern, and it could go on to complete that pattern. So now that we are bullish on this pair, what I'm going to be doing is looking for some type of correction to happen on the lower time frame. And I'm looking at the weekly to decide where a turnaround could potentially happen, or when I say a turnaround, also a potential pullback. So what I want to do is, because I want to keep my eyes on the level, I'm going to go ahead and clone this zone, and I'm going to bring it down to my weekly support level, which is about right here. Okay, now why here? Strong support, okay, strong support. And if we keep scrolling out, you'll see that this area was also strong resistance, and look how much the market went down. So this is definitely an area I want to keep my eye on if the market does come back to retest it. And I'm also going to keep drilling down. So now that we have our weekly levels, I'm going to go ahead and move down to the daily. But actually, before I do that, I want to point out something else to you. Notice here that on the weekly, we also had a flag pattern. So I actually was more in favor of being short on GBPNZD when I understood the fundamentals of the pound and how it was affecting the market, and we continue to move lower. We broke out of this flag pattern, continued to see price push lower. We went and retested a previous weekly monthly low right here at 1.87, and then we recently saw the market dip. This was due to high impact news, and then a surge to the upside. So guys, you can see how I'm going step by step, and I'm combining fundamental analysis with technical analysis in order to build a bias, a framework in my mind for what the market might do. I'm building a prediction of what could possibly happen based on what has happened fundamentally. And then I'm also gaining technical ideas as well. So as a technical analysis trader, what we do is use tools such as trend lines. We use patterns such as double bottoms, double tops, reversal patterns, or continuation patterns. We look at key levels. So I like to look at bank levels to see possibly where could we see an opportunity from. And then we combine all of that with fundamentals to try to find some type of high probability setup. All right. Now, the most important thing when you're trading is that you are not just going in blindly. You want to do your analysis, but then when you get ready to enter your trade, you want to make sure that you're executing according to some type of tested system or a set of rules that you have already tested in the market to ensure that it actually works while you're trading. So let's go ahead and continue, and I'm going to break this down for you and show you exactly how to trade this right now. All right. So now that we have our levels on the weekly, we know that what has happened with this price action in the past, we're going to go ahead and continue to drill down. So keep in mind, look at our weekly high right here. So right at about 2.00 area, right there, about 2.0030 area, that's very strong resistance. So I'm going to continue to drill down. Now here we are on the daily, and look what's going on. So here was our break right here. Here was our clear breakout right here, right? And you can see that this is where price pushed up and continued to head higher. So if we get a correction, one of the things that we could do is we can turn this to a line chart. We can see it a little bit more clearly. We could take our Fibonacci tool and we can measure from this daily low to the high of where price starts to kind of form that wick and starts rejecting. So I'm just going to put it there for now, although we have to wait until market open to see clearly. But I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then so if we get a retracement, I like to look for a retracement at least back to the 50% fib level. However, when I'm trading counter trend trades in this example, since we have a dominant uptrend on the daily, if I were to trade the retracement or temporary pullback, what I would do is take my take profit to the 23% fib level. Okay, that's what I like to do. So let's say if we got a reversal from this area back to the 23% level, that's 294 pips. Guys, do you want 300 pips right now? I'm sure you do, right? And if you don't want to trade the counter trend because maybe you're not skilled at doing that, you would wait for the trend opportunity setup. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So now let's go back to our candles chart. And if we look out and see, you're probably going to ask yourself, well, where should I be entering? This is where I like to plan my entry around very significant areas, the wicks, okay? I like to find very significant areas where price was strong resistance. It was also strong support. And so if you continue to scroll out, you want to find that on your chart. And remember, you more so want to identify an area. So it's not always going to be perfect, but you want to identify an area. And I would say that this is a strong level that based on what the price action has done so far, that we could definitely see some type of reaction within the zone where the price will start to correct, especially since Thursday, Friday, we saw such a strong surge. Now it's about time to start correcting. So you might be asking, should I place a limit order? Should I go in now when the market opens? Well, let's just see how far away price is from this wick right now to the top of this wick. So that's about 107 pips away. So how I would plan this right now is everything comes down to risk management. And also, like I said, the set of rules that you trade, right? So what I will be doing, I think this is a great setup. There's two ways you could approach this. You can go in for a short. And if you want to go in now because you think that the price will start to correct, because remember, this is an area. The price actually might not get back right here to this resistance, and it may start to correct right here from this previous area, which was also support as well. But that's a 100 pip difference to the top of this wick here. So you always have to think about your risk tolerance. How much are you willing to risk in this trade, or what is your risk management strategy if you are wrong and this trade goes against you? I'm always looking for, how can I come out positive? What are several strategies that I can implement to help me come out positive, even if I'm wrong? And that tends to work very well for us and our students as well. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I think that this is a great opportunity. I would either be planning a limit order and staggering my positions somewhere between this area and also within this red zone. So I would not place my stop loss anywhere within this area. Then what we want to do is we want to start to see the price start to correct. So in this case, let's just say if price does push to the top of our zone and we want to see some type of correction, this will give us a bullish flag pattern within this correction. And my first TP I would probably be looking forward to is right back at previous strong resistance, which I expect to become future support. And notice that if we do get this, that if we get some type of correction back into this area, so it could look something like this, where we see the price action do this, come back into this previous structure, retest here, and then we could see a continuation to the upside, continuing to see the strength of the pound dollar. So guys, that is the prediction that I have right now for the pound, specifically this pair, GBPNZD, over 400 pips right now that you can make with this pair. I want you to comment and let me know what resonated with you in this technical and fundamental analysis overview. What are you struggling with? Maybe an aha moment that you had while watching this. And then I want you to watch this pair this week and come back and let me know how you did on GBPNZD. So guys, I hope that you found this analysis helpful. Again, if you are a new or struggling trader, definitely check out BK Trading Academy. All of our information is in the description of this video. We trade live with students daily in the market, showing you exactly how to get it done. We've been very successful in this market, and our track record will prove that. You can check out so many of our testimonials. We hope that you found value in this. Let us know what we can continue to share with you, and we will do our best. And guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, and let's end this week on a blue note. Have a good one.